virtual events, KCAL Insurance remain resilient and business owners continue to survive and thrive throughout Los Angeles County and Southern California this past year. I am pleased to speak to you again as I did in 2019 and 2020 because I have a particular affinity to small business owners like you. I was a small business owner myself, being a certified public accountant, and became an advocate on the challenges and issues that I and others faced. I was the president of the Asian Business Association. I went to City Hall and lobbied the mayor and board of supervisors. I testified before state legislative committees in Sacramento and attended the conference, the White House Conference on Small Business under President Bill Clinton in 1995. I was elected in 2018 as your state treasurer, and I chair 16 boards, commissions, and authorities that cover a range of policy issues such as jobs, housing, finance, infrastructure, health, schools, higher education, transportation, and the environment. My office last year processed more than $3.2 trillion. That's a lot of zeros. $3.2 trillion in payments within a typical year. The office provides transparency and oversight for the government's investment portfolio and accounts, as well as for the state's surplus funds, bonds, and monies invested on behalf of local entities. Of these boards, commissions, and authorities, 3 of these are savings programs for education, retirement, and for people with disabilities. Although I am no longer a member of the state legislature, I still sponsor and support bills of issue that remain on my top public policy agenda or pertain to extending programs or increasing the monies to fund the critical programs under the purview of my state treasurer's office. Today, I will focus my remarks on the entities that serve small businesses. 3 boards under my office that deal with small businesses are, number 1, the California Pollution Control Financing Authority, CPCFA. CalCap is one of the programs under CPCFA that finances, encourages banks and other financial institutions to make loans to small businesses that have difficulty obtaining financing. CalCap also provides specialty financing programs targeted toward creating more charging stations for electric vehicles, helping at-risk small businesses comply with requirements of the Federal Americans with Disabilities Act, assisting small businesses and property owners finance the cost to seismically retrofit existing buildings and homes, and enabling small fleet owners to purchase trucks that comply with the California's engine emission standards. CalCap may provide up to 100% coverage to participating lenders on losses as a result of certain loan defaults, making lenders more comfortable lending to your business. To see if you qualify, please visit my website and contact one of CalCap's participating lenders. If you already work with a lender, but they are not on our list of participating lenders, have them submit an application at CalCap. It's easy and free. My office is also happy to work with them. The second is the California Alternative Energy and Advanced Transportation Financing Authority, CATFA. We work collaboratively with public and private partners to provide innovative and effective financing solutions for California's industries, assisting in reducing the state's greenhouse gas emissions by increasing the development and deployment of renewable energy sources, energy efficiency, and advanced transportation and manufacturing technologies to reduce air pollution, conserve energy, and promote economic development and jobs. Go Green Financing, www.gogreenfinancing.com, is a hub for energy efficiency financing programs. The Small Business Energy Efficiency Financing Program helps California's small businesses and nonprofits access attractive financing for energy efficiency retrofits. SBF is available to businesses and nonprofits that receive energy from an investor-owned utility, namely PG&E, Southern California Gas and Electric, Southern California Edison, and or San Diego Gas and Electric, or community choice aggregators that meet at least one of the following criteria. They are helping small businesses build improvements, lowering energy costs and operating costs. The Sales and Use Tax Exclusion Program for California manufacturers is also a very popular program. This excludes sales and use tax on eligible manufacturing equipment and machinery for future expected growth. There are 4 pathways to qualify: recycling, alternative source or green energy, advanced manufacturing, or advanced transportation. The first application period just closed earlier this month, but the second period begins in April. Number 3, CalSavers. CalSavers, formerly called Secure Choice, is a state retirement savings program piloted in November 2018 and officially opened to the general public on July 1st, 2019. If your business does not currently offer a retirement program to your employees, you can offer this state retirement program with no fees. Anita Peng from Ascensus staff will take a deeper dive into the finer details in a later session. In addition to the programs that target small businesses, I will briefly mention 2 other savings programs under my office. ScholarShare 529, California's official college savings program, is administered by the ScholarShare Investment Board. We provide families with a valuable tool that offers a diverse set of investment options, tax-deferred growth, and withdrawals free from state and federal taxes when used for qualified higher education expenses such as tuition, fees, books, certain room and board costs, computer equipment, and other required supplies. College savings programs for your children, grandchildren, nieces, nephews, godchildren, etc. is perfect, and it takes $1 minimum to open an account. We also offer matching grant programs for eligible families. This is a dollar-for-dollar match in contributions of up to $225 for those who apply and open new accounts. These funds grow 100% tax-free and can be used at any accredited higher education program, including community colleges and trade schools. There are certain eligibility requirements for 2022, and the program will launch on February 1st. Workplace savings programs are for employers or businesses that offer ScholarShare as part of their HR benefit package. There is no fee to your company and requires no reporting. Please ask me for more information if you're interested. Materials are also available in Chinese. CalAble is a savings and investment plan offered by the state of California to individuals with disabilities. Earnings in a CalAble account receive federal and California tax-free treatment. Minimum contribution is $25. Withdrawals for qualified expenses are also tax-free. And you can save up to $15,000 a year, which can be deposited in a CalAble account without affecting the beneficiary's public disability benefits. If you receive SSI benefits, you can save as much as $100,000 in your account with no effect on federal and California state benefits. California residents with a CalAble account are protected from both creditors and repayment of Medi-Cal assistance. Medi-Cal is prohibited from filing a claim to recover any payments after a beneficiary has died, giving individuals the full opportunity to leave a legacy for loved ones. I've made diverse and bipartisan coalitions and strengthened my existing relationships that have resulted in construction solutions to our state's most challenging issues. As a public servant, I will continue to lead with integrity and transparency. Thank you again for inviting me to speak with you today, and may you all continue to remain safe and healthy. Please visit my website at www.treasure.ca.gov for more information, and contact me at askfiona@treasure.ca.gov if you have any questions or if my office can be of further assistance. I am here to serve you. In closing, I commend KCAL Insurance Agency for your leadership and accomplishments and a successful virtual forum. Thank you all for all you do for our economy, and may you all remain safe and healthy.
谢谢我们的财务长 Fiona Ma。下面呢，我们是有15分钟的时间，是来自 SBA 的 Ben Raju 给我们介绍 SBA 对中小企业的一些资源和扶持政策，然后大家有5分钟的 Q&A。如果你有任何问题，也可以现场问 Ben。So now let's welcome Ben Raju from SBA. He is a district director of SBA LA District Office. Thank you, Ben. Welcome to our webinar.
Oh, I couldn't think of a better place to spend my Lunar New Year morning than here with our friends at KCAL and all the wonderful folks and participants that we have here. So thank you for the warm introduction and such an amazing presentation so far by so many different folks, and wishing everybody a very prosperous year of the tiger ahead of us. As was pointed out, my name is Ben Raju, and I'm with the U.S. Small Business Administration here in Los Angeles, and excited to get an opportunity to be here to talk about a variety of different things that the SBA has to offer. And I know we've spent the last 2 years in partnership with KCAL and many other folks to be able to share with everybody all of the different COVID-related programs, all the different, whether it's PPP, EIDL, restaurant revitalization, and KCAL and the entire community here has been phenomenal partners in sharing that information. And those were programs that were designed to help business owners survive through the impacts of the pandemic. And I think as we start this new year, we're looking at ways to help our small business owners thrive in the years to come. And I think there's no better way to do that than to start off the new year in talking about ways that we can help support and grow our businesses in this new year. I'm going to try and share my screen here and talk about a couple of different programs that we have available for our small businesses, and want to make sure that our folks have all of this information available to you as we go forward. Actually, let me hang on. Actually, let me share over to our other screen. Actually, it looks like it is, I think. Let me know. How's that? Are you guys able to see the SBA logo there on your guys' end?
Yes.
All right, fantastic. Sorry about that delay. Still, after 2 years of doing this, it's still always a fun experience. The key here, I think, is to really look at the SBA in a variety of different ways. As many of you have experienced working with the SBA through the COVID programs, and maybe prior to that, working with us on our access to capital programs, but really know that the SBA is here to be able to help your small business grow. We're able to help with access to capital. We're able to help it start if you have a new idea. But we're here throughout your small business life cycle. And we're here to be able to, whether it's access to resources through our resource partner network, which these are individuals that are approved and funded through the SBA that can provide no cost, free, one-on-one counseling services for your small business. So if you had any questions, if you had any thoughts about your business, or if you were looking at starting your business, you have SBA experts that can work with you on a one-on-one basis to be able to help you with those questions and help you figure out a way and figure out a path forward with your business, whether it's designing a business plan, whether it's helping expand your business, whether it's helping with training your team. SBA makes sure that you're never too far from that help that you need. Historically, over 1.4 million businesses get counseling through the SBA each year. And if you want to find a resource partner that can help you, you can go to sba.gov/local assistance and find a partner based on your zip code. Now, keep in mind that our resource partners do provide in-language services. They also provide services at your location. There's a variety of different ways to be able to help get this assistance. Now, SBA has a variety of different resources. One of them is our small business development centers. Again, they provide free business consulting to you and your small business, as well as provide low-cost training, whether it's on finance, whether it's on how to hire employees, workplace safety. There's a variety of different things that the SBA DC can help you with. Our SCORE mentors, which are highly trained volunteers and mentors to be able to help you. They offer free online workshops as well as personal one-on-one training, as well as counseling to be able to help you with your small business, regardless of the industry that you're in. Small businesses come in all shapes and sizes, as do our mentors. We have a number of different folks that are retired from different industries, whether it's restaurant, whether it's insurance, whether it's technology-related companies that are now giving back to the community by offering their advice and their expertise free of charge to other business owners so they can learn and grow from their experiences. For our veterans, we have our Veterans Business Outreach Center. So if you are somebody that has served our country and have in need of counseling and training assistance for your business, really understanding and learning about these resources can be very easy through reaching out to our Veterans Business Outreach Center. One of the things that I wanted to talk about, and I think there's no better time than the beginning of the year to talk about ways to diversify your revenue, regardless of the industry that you're in. The federal government is the largest buyer of things. We buy everything from computers to pencils to papers to toilet paper to paper towels and supplies, food, equipment, all different types of things. We need to maintain our vehicles. We need to maintain our offices. We buy just about everything. And the government is required by law to provide contracting opportunities to small businesses. And as we've learned through the pandemic, there is a value to diversifying our different business and revenue streams. And if you've been doing business locally or maybe even doing business internationally, but haven't been doing business with the government or haven't considered it, I encourage you to take a look at your business, maybe talk with one of our small business development counselors or SCORE offices to be able to see whether or not government contracting is right for your business. There are not millions, but billions of dollars that are available to small businesses in the form of government contracts. It's a steady revenue stream. It's an opportunity to be able to, if you have a commercial side of your business, traditional side of your business, to diversify into federal contracting gives you another opportunity to be able to make sure that your business is strong and has multiple revenue streams. You can learn more information by going to sba.gov/contracting to be able to see what opportunities are out there. Now, as business owners here in the United States, there are a variety of different ways that you can access government contracts. And as a minority-owned business, you have, or a woman-owned business, or depending on where your business is located, or again, if you're a veteran, you have different ways that the SBA and the federal government helps level the playing field to allow you to be more competitive in the government contracting field. You can get certified through our 8A business development program, which allows you to be awarded government contracts. 5% of all government contracts go to disadvantaged businesses and women-owned small businesses, as well as businesses that are located in historically underutilized business districts are give preferred access to government contracts as well. Historically, again, there are billions of dollars that go to these types of contracts. And depending on the industry that you're in and the type of work, you may have an opportunity to really help strengthen your business and strengthen your revenue streams by looking at government contracting. Now, as we expand our business, as we grow our business, there might be a need for capital, right? Access to capital, SBA is here through a variety of different lending programs that are designed to help your business succeed and access the capital that it needs. Whether it's a microloan, these are SBA-backed loans that are provided with a government guarantee through our lending institutions. This SBA guarantee makes it possible for small businesses to access the capital that they need to expand and grow. They offer longer payment terms, lower payments, no prepayment penalties, and again, gives you the flexibility to access the capital that you need to grow your business. If you're looking for a lender, if you're looking for capital, we have this thing called Sba Lender Match, where you go in, it's online, it's at sba.gov/lender match, and it can help connect you with SBA's approved lenders to be able to help you meet your needs. You can describe your needs, tell us what you're looking for, and then interested lenders will go ahead and reach out to you within about 48 hours, gives you an opportunity to talk with different lenders. And if you find one that's right for you, you're able to apply for a loan directly with really an opportunity to be able to connect you with the capital and the information that you're looking for to be able to help meet, whether it's the growing needs or the current needs of your business, whether you're looking at expanding, maybe opening a new location, whether you're looking at remodeling. There are really good ways for you to be able to access if you need more equipment, all different things to be able to help support your business. One of the other areas that I want folks to think about, again, diversifying your revenue stream. And I know many folks think about this, maybe many folks look at it, but some folks may look at ways to access the international market. Now, I know many times folks, they might be doing business with one particular country and they're not sure how to go into business in another country. You're doing business in Mexico or you're doing business in China, but you might want to go do business in Dubai or Spain or Portugal, Brazil, and not sure how to do it. The SBA has programs to be able to help you if you're looking at doing business in other countries, whether it's through exporting products, whether it's through exporting services. The SBA can help you access those resources. Through us and our other federal partners, we can connect you with folks that are both in country, in the countries that you're looking for doing business with, but also connecting with resources that are here domestically that can help you really make that transition to these other countries and do it in secure ways to be able to make sure that you are doing it in the best possible way for your business. One of the things to keep in mind is that 96% of the consumers live outside of the U.S. So if you're doing well here and you have a great product that can be provided to folks in other countries, we can help you get to that point to be able to access those resources going forward. The purchasing power, we have great buying power here in the U.S., but comparatively, you have great opportunities to access the purchasing powers of folks in growing countries as well as other foreign countries to be able to make sure that your goods and services are utilized across the country. You can take a look and see whether or not you're ready for exporting if you're not doing it yet, as well as accessing other information by going to sba.gov/exporting. Now, I'll spend a little bit of time on disaster loans. There's been a couple of little earthquakes here and there, and I know we all, although it's chilly right now, fire season is around the corner, and I think SBA disaster loans and disaster assistance. Although many of us have been talking about the economic injury portion of it as a result of COVID and the effects of the pandemic. But SBA also provides assistance for real estate, personal property, machinery, equipment, inventory, as well as economic injury when there are fires, when there are earthquakes, natural or man-made disasters that are declared by the agency or by our president for SBA to come in and offer assistance in. Just keep that in mind as if you are impacted by a disaster or if you are impacted by a declared event, to look to the SBA for assistance and guidance. And as always, our partners here at KCAL, I'm sure, are going to keep us informed. Now, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to our office. That is our phone number there at 213-634-3855, or you can email us at lado@sba.gov. One of the things that we talk about being prepared, we talk about being ready, and we talk about expanding and growth. One of the things that I know you guys have, those of you that are on the call here today, have a great resource in making sure that you're insured and ready for those programs, or ready for that growth and ready for those expansions by networking and being engaged with KCAL. It's through events like this and through leaders such as Angela and Kenny and the entire KCAL team that helps our business owners survive through tough times like we did through the pandemic and their efforts in educating the community, but also in times of growth and prosperity, as I believe we're on here now, to be able to help business owners thrive and grow alongside each other. And for that, I thank you. I appreciate the opportunity to get a chance to share this information with you. And please, if you have any questions, if you have any questions about anything, if you need any guidance for your business, please feel free to reach out to our office. Again, my name is Ben Raju, and I'm with the U.S. Small Business Administration here in Los Angeles. Happy Lunar New Year.
Thank you, Ben. Thank you. Thanks for the great information and resources. We do have one question for you.
Yep.
So in the Q&A box, audience asked, so the loan rate will be the same with any SBA lenders, or they're all different?
So you're going to have, depending on the actual product that you're using, the loan rates could vary. If you're doing a real estate purchase, if you're doing different things. So I really encourage folks, just like if you're buying a car, if you're purchasing real estate, if you're doing anything, to get an opportunity to shop around and make sure that you're getting the best rate for you and the best deal. Because again, as many folks can attest to, it's not just the rate that can be impactful, it's also the term of the loan as far as the years and any cost or fees that are associated with the loans, to really look at all of those different things as you are getting your loan for your particular business. If you have any questions, if you need any information as far as different types of lenders that are out there, depending if you're going to be purchasing real estate or if it's for machinery and equipment, and depending on the loan amount, definitely reach out to our office or go onto our website. We have a list of SBA participating lenders that are out there to be able to show you the different folks that are doing loans. And one thing that I really would like to encourage folks to do, you can go to our website and we have a list of our lender ranking of all the different loans that were done here last year and all the banks that participated. Look for local banks. Look for folks that you can go in and talk to or you can reach out to and be able to talk about your business with and be able to engage with them on a one-on-one basis to really find out how they can help service your business and service your business needs, because that could help you if you're looking for a good rate, if you're looking for good terms, in many different ways to be able to access loans and funding. But yeah, they could vary.
Okay, thank you, Ben. Thank you so much for your time. We'll talk to you later. Thank you.
Take care. Have a good day.
Me too。好的，那我们下面呢就进行我们下一个 section，就是大家比较关注的关于这个5人以上公司一定要给这个员工开设退休计划的这个新规，而且我知道如果6月份以后不合规的话，企业还会面临相应的罚款。那我们下面呢这个 section 就特别有请来自 CalSaver 加州储蓄者计划的代表 Anita Peng，首先来跟大家介绍一下什么是加州储蓄者计划，然后大家要怎么开办它。那我们下面有请 Anita。Hello，
大家好，我叫 Anita。那我首先呢，很感谢 KCAL 的邀请我呢，今天来到这一个讲座，给大家详细的介绍一下 CalSavers 这个计划。那首先呢，我就简短的介绍一下我本人。那我重复一下，我叫 Anita Peng。那我呢是负责 CalSavers。我的职责呢就是给大家各位雇主去更好的了解此计划，而且帮助雇主去弄明白这一个新的加州的这个刚需。那事不宜迟，我就直接进入主题。那在途中如果大家有任何问题的话呢，那都可以在最后跟我提问，我会将在最后作答。那所以呢，加州州政府呢已经将CalSavers 立法，这个呢是一项刚需。如果您的公司呢拥有5名或以上员工，并没有向他们提供退休计划，就必须在今年22年6月30日之前注册给员工提供 CalSavers 或者别的雇主资助的退休计划。而 CalSavers 的由来呢，其实因为以下的3个数据。首先是在预计不久的将来，将会有50%的加州人民在退休之后会陷入经济困境，他们的收入水平呢会低于联邦贫困水平的2倍那么多。同时也发现加州现在有750万的在职人民是没有职场退休这个计划的，并且呢，如果他们在职场拥有这个工资自动扣除的计划的话呢，那他们将会愿意为他们的储蓄做准备的可能性呢，将会高出15倍那么多哦。所以就是因为以下的3个关键的数据，促使了加州州政府把这一个CalSavers 立法，并且设置为刚需。只要任何在加州工作、年满18岁以上，并且拥有 SSN 或者 IT 的员工呢，他们就可以参加进这个计划啦。在这边，我想跟大家也说一下，如果您的公司是有任何员工，他们是在外州的话，那就要看他们的 W2 上面到底是写着加州 California 还是写着外州。如果他们的 W2 上面呢是写着外州的话呢，那他们就没有办法加入到 CalSavers。那如果写加州的话呢，那还是可以加入到 CalSavers 里面的。那根据立法，就像我刚刚所说的，如果您的公司没有提供雇主资助的退休计划，并且雇佣了5名或以上的加州员工的话呢，那如果其中1名年满18岁以上，拥有工卡号、Social Security Number 或者 IT， 那您就需要给您的员工提供 CalSavers 或者呢另外一种的雇主资助的退休计划。那在这里呢，我想澄清一下的是 CalSavers 并没有想要取代其他雇主的资助计划，并且或者与其竞争。目标呢其实很简单，就是呢想要为数100万计的加州人民提供一个退休的储蓄机会。那我们现在一起来看一看政府要求的注册截止日期吧。那在这边我们都可以看到，对于拥有100名以上员工的公司呢，已经早在2020年9月30日之前就必须注册。那拥有50名或者以上员工的公司就必须在去年的6月30日之前注册。那拥有5名或者以上员工的公司，那就截止日期就在今年的6月30日。那所以对于5名到49名这个区间的大概数量的员工的公司呢，那就必须在今年6月30日之前注册哦，或者给您的员工提供一个您喜爱的一个退休计划。那 对于如果您的公司是少于5名员工的话呢，那这个并不是一个刚需，你也不需要参加 CalSavers。那关于这一个罚款的话呢，如果您在过了今年的6月30日之前都没有注册，过了90天之后，那将会有每一个员工$250的罚款。如果再过了180天，您都没有注册或者给您的员工提供任何的退休计划，那将会在原有的每人$250的罚款上面再添加$500的罚款，那加在一起这个罚款的上限呢就是$750。其实呢，政府也研究过为什么一部分雇主之前并没有给员工们提供一个储蓄的计划，就总结出了以下的3个原因，主要还是因为行政负担、费用和信托责任。用数据来说吧，至少要$1500才能运行一个员工的储蓄计划，那每人$1500对于一个小体量的公司来说并不是一个小的数目，而 CalSavers 就可以很好的解决以上的3个问题。那首先呢，它操作是非常的简单，雇主呢是完全无需付费，对于雇主来说呢也不需要承担任何的信托责任。那现在我们接着一起来看看 CalSavers 对于员工来说有什么特点吧。首先呢，是一个 IRA 的个人退休账号，供款呢是直接由工资中自动扣除，也就是说您的员工的储蓄金是从薪水中扣除，并且由您帮助他们存进 CalSavers 的账户里面。那对于员工来说呢是完全自愿的，他们可以随时退出或者重新加入这个计划。那并且对于他们来说呢，操作非常的简单，会有很少的2-3种选项。那首先他们可以自动加入，并且拥有标准的储蓄设定。或许呢，他们也可以按照他们个人的需求去自定义他们的账户。即使换了工作也不会受到影响，员工呢也可以继续拥有这一个账户进行个人存款。对于员工而言呢，这个投资管理费很低，而对于公司而言呢，提供 CalSaver 是完全免费的。那我们现在一起看一看这个 CalSavers 参与的流程吧。首先呢，雇主在注册好账户之后的30天之内，就必须要将所有符合条件的员工的资料名单上传到公司的 CalSaver 的账户上。之后呢， CalSavers 将会向员工们发送出详细的资料通知。那在同时间段将会也有一个30天的员工的决策期，在这30天之内，员工们呢有3种选择。第一种选择就是如果他们不采取任何行动的话，将会自动加入此计划。第二个选择就是他们可以手动的去参与，并且去自定义他们的账户。第3就是他们可以随时选择退出。那在这边呢，我想说一下，就是如果他们不想加入此计划，一定要在30天之内进行退出，不然呢，他们就会自动加入这个计划，并且拥有这一个标准的投资的一个设定。过了30天之后，如果您重新登入到您的CalSaver 公司的 CalSaver 账户里面，就有任何员工加入了这一个计划的话，那身为雇主的责任呢，就是需要开始帮员工在他们工资里面扣除他们想要存的那一个百分比，并且帮助他们存进 CalSavers 里面。那我们现在在页面上能看到的就是员工的决策期的3个选择，更详细的一些资料。那首先呢，如果他们自动加入了计划之后，将会拥有一个罗斯的 IRA 退休储蓄账号，储蓄的金额呢自动会设定在总薪水的5%。前30天资金将会投放在货币市场基金之内，30天之后呢，所有的基金呢将会根据储蓄者的年龄和退休的年份投放到 CalSavers 的目标基金里面。那第2个选项就是他们可以自定义他们的账户哦，员工们呢是可以在线通过电话或者 填写表格，去跟 CalSavers 随时联系，去进行更改他们的存款的百分比，选择不同的基金，指定受益人或者管理个人信息，比如说更改地址啊之类的。那第三呢，就是他们也可以随时通过在线填写表格和致电到 CalSavers 的后台去进行退出此计划。那在这边我们所看到最上面的一栏呢，是我刚刚所跟大家介绍到的自动的目标投资设定。他们也可以根据他们个人的需求，把他们的罗斯的 IRA 重新定义成为传统的 IRA。那也可以任意更改他们的存款率嘛，就是从1%到100%都可以，只要不超过 IRS 的规定。那 IRS 现在的规定呢，是每一个 IRA 的账户上面的上限，存款的上限是6000美元。那如果年满50岁的话呢，存款的上限则是7000美元。除非员工他们选择关闭自动递升的功能，否则如果他们自动加入此计划，将会有一个每年1%的递升功能，就是从5%开始，到明年就会涨到6%这样子。那直到这一个百分比呢到达8%。除了我刚刚所提及到的货币市场基金和目标退休日基金以外，其实他们呢还可以选择核心债券基金、全球股票基金和可持续平衡型基金。那 CalSavers 的网站上呢有更多关于投资的选择或者一些更详细的信息。其实CalSavers 与大多数的退休基金一样，提供一系列从保守到激进的基金项目，由专人去管理和把控。那在这里呢，就是我刚刚所提及到的5类不同的基金和他们按年为单位的收费。那大概呢，就是在每年每100元美金里面收取83 cent 到95 cent 这样一个区间。那在这边我跟大家就概括一下 CalSavers 与雇主的职责吧。首先呢，雇主就必须在截止日期之前注册。那在注册好账号以后呢，就需要30天之内上传员工的名单、他们的资料，然后再等30天。如果有任何员工加入了此计划，那就要开始帮他们扣除他们想要存起来的那一部分到 CalSavers 里面。对于雇主来说是完全没有任何的信托责任和费用的。但是这一个账号呢，也必须要由员工他们去管理，他们自己去决定加入或者退出。所以关于这一个账号的任何的个人管理决策，雇主是不能参与在内的。那如果您上传了员工的资料以后，30天之后没有任何的员工有兴趣或者加入这个计划，或者都退出了，那你也必须要记得，如果你有任何新雇的员工的话，都必须在新员工上岗之后的30天之内给您新的员工提供 CalSavers。那在现在我们所看到屏幕的左方，如果您收到同类型的邀请邮件，请注意这个左侧的代码，您将会拥有同类型的绑本代码。有了这个代码呢，您就可以在我们的网站上注册账号啦。那首先呢，就是要去到 employer.calsavers.com 去注册账号。那在这边呢，会有我们不同的客服资源。如果之后有任何的问题呢，都可以登录我们的网站，或者发送邮件或者致电以上的电话，也可以跟我联系。我们呢也提供中文、英文和西班牙语的员工教育，那可以帮他们更好的了解此计划。那大家如果有什么问题，可以稍稍的先写下来，这样子呢，之后呢，我就会在最后一一给大家解答。那我再带大家来看一看，就是我们的网站的主页。 那呢，在主页的上面呢，我们有提供各种的雇主资源。如果您登录到我们的网站 www.CalSavers， 然后把您的鼠标挪到 Employer 的下方，那您点击一下 Resources， 这里呢就是雇主的资源，在这边呢可以得到参与计划所需要的各种资源。同样的，我们呢，有提供不同的语言的员工的单张，在这边也可以得到啊。那如果您把鼠标挪到 Saver 下面，点击 Forms， 那就会来到员工的资源的页面。在这边，可以给员工介绍，就是在这边拥有所有员工需要的表格，可以去管理他们的账户。如果您是想注册或者豁免的话呢，您就可以登录到 employer.calsavers.com， 在这边呢就可以申请注册或者豁免。那下一步呢就会带您来到这一个页面。那这一个页面呢，如果您是想要注册的话呢，那请把您的联邦税号填到左边的那个框框里面。然后记得也要填写您的访问代码哦。如果是想要豁免的话，豁免的意思呢，就是如果您已经给您的员工提供一个退休计划，那您就不需要参加到 CalSavers 里面，那您就麻烦把您的那个资料填写到右边的那个框框里。那在注册了账号之后呢，就将会登录到账号，就是将会来到这一个页面。这一个页面呢是来帮助一步一步的带你完成这一个添加员工啊，然后添加完员工以后，然后你需要等待30天，30天以后呢，就是重新回到这一个账号里面，就能看好到底哪一个员工加入了这计划，哪一个员工没有，那就可以开始帮他们开始储蓄了。这就是我刚刚所说的雇主的时间表，如您所见，从左到右。那在这边不知道大家还有没有什么特别的疑问，也可以趁现在可以进行提问。如果大家之后有任何问题的话呢，也可以跟我联系。那在这边有我的电子邮件，可以随时跟我发送电子邮件。如果您是想要1对1进行注册帮助的话，没有问题，可以随时联系我，我可以跟你约上一个时间，然后再去帮助您注册 CalSavers。谢谢大家的时间。
好，非常感谢 Anita。我看到我们底下互动区有很多朋友发来问题哈。那我现在这边挑一个大家问的最多的来，先请 Anita 回答一下，因为还有一些朋友的问题涉及到 401K， 那我们现场也有 401K 的专家，我们一会儿先听完下一段 401K， 然后一起来回答大家所有的问题。那我这边先问一个最多人问的哈，第一个问题就是我们这个6月份要求的规定是5人以上的公司一定要开这个退休计划。那有朋友就问，那怎么算这个5个人？比如说他公司有3个员工，3个 employer， 3个雇主，那他们是算不算 employer 进去呢？然后另外比如说如果公司有一些 part time 或者 temp 员工，这个也是要算在这个5人里面吗？还有一种情况就是公司有时候招人，有时候有人离开，所以5人就是 come and go 上下浮动。像这3种情况的话，这个5人到底要怎么来规定？好，有请 Anita。
谢谢。那我想跟大家简单的说一下，就是说任何的员工只要他们是在你的那个 D19C 上面的话，那就是会按照您那一年 D19C 有4个 quarter 嘛，那就是有四张 D19C 的 average 来计算的。如果您的 D19C 的 average 是多于4的话，那您就需要加入 CalSavers。那所以就是这个意思，就是说你的 part time temporary 的员工都会计算在这个 numbers 里面。
那我补充一下，刚刚有人问，那 employer 就是雇主本身也是要算进去的吗？
如果 D19C 也包括了雇主的话，那也要计算进去，那就是视乎于雇主有没有在 payroll 上面。
那是不是也就回答了？因为有位朋友是这位姓施的朋友，他说那是不是员工、temp 员工或者 part time 也可以帮他们办 CalSaver， 应该是也可以的，对吗？
对的，因为 D19C 它的意思就是说在每一个 quarter 雇主呢是给多少名员工发了工资，对，所以像我刚刚所说的temporary 跟part time 都是计算在里面的，因为你的公司是给他们也付了工资嘛。
好，那 Anita 可不可以稍微再给我们一些时间，我们把下一位的这个 section 放完，然后演讲完，我们可以一起来回答大家的问题。
好的，没问题。
好，谢
谢。
好，那因为很多朋友也在401K 和 CalSaver 中间比较嘛，因为刚刚有些朋友已经问了说要不要考虑把 401K 转到 CalSaver。那我们下面有请这个 MYZ Financials 的 VP Bruce Chen， 他在这个 401K 方面也有非常多的 knowledge 和经验。那我们下面请 Bruce Chen 来给大家分析一下那什么样的公司会更适合开办 401K 给员工呢？那有请 Bruce。
大家好，我们今天会跟你们说关于公司私人的退休金。可是我想告诉你们，我们能说广东话、台山话，然后我们可以个人跟你们1对1说国语。可是因为今天时间比较短然后我们说国语没那么流利，所以我们今天会跟你们用英语说的。My name is Bruce Chen. I am the Vice President for MYZ Financial and Insurance Services. We are a firm located here in the Alhambra region. And with me today is Leslie Tan. She is one of our partners and an investment advisor with the firm as well. So without further ado, we are just going to jump right into it. What are the benefits of a retirement plan? Besides the obvious employee recruitment, retention, there's also tax deductions and tax credits to be had when you're setting up your own plan. So why are we here? Why do you even care? The average American company will lose anywhere from 20 to 30% of its customers each year due to lack of customer loyalty. A recent survey performed by HR professionals clearly shows that health insurance benefits are the most sought after benefit by job seekers in the marketplace today. That benefit can be addressed and taken care of by our friends over here at KCAL Insurance. The second most sought after benefit, though, are retirement benefits, and that's really what we're here to talk about today. There's also the fact that we live in the great state of California, which has implemented a state-mandated retirement plan requirement for most employers. As you can see from this list, companies with 100 or more employees were already forced to comply back in 2020, and then companies with 50 or more in 2021. The upcoming timeline for compliance is going to be for any companies with 5 or more employees. They will be forced to enroll in CalSavers or have their own private retirement plan by June 30th of 2022. Failure to comply, as you can see, is going to be up to $250 for each eligible employee with the first failure, and then up to another $500 for a total of $750 of penalties for non-compliance. But again, I'll defer to our resident CalSavers expert for that. But again, CalSavers is forcing the conversation for most companies out there today. So when a potential customer first finds us and wants to discuss some retirement planning for their companies, one of the first questions we ask is simple, but it's pretty impactful. So if we could wave a magic wand and you can deduct as much or as little from your company's taxes as you'd like, what would that number be for you? because there's companies of different sizes, right? What's right for one company might not be right for the other company. Some companies might be looking for a $5,000 deduction. Some companies might be looking for a $20,000 deduction. Some companies might be looking for a $500,000 deduction. What level of deductions you're looking for will ultimately drive what type of retirement plan is suitable for you and your business. You could see here listed a couple of different retirement plan options in the marketplace today, from the most basic in the sense of a traditional IRA or a Roth IRA, all the way down to more complex plans like defined benefit pension plans. We don't have enough time today to go over each and every single one of these. So we are, for the purposes of today's presentation, we're just going to be honing in on the 401k plans and the defined benefit pension plans. In this first example, I have a business owner who is in their 50s. She has no employees besides herself, so S corporation, and she pays herself a $100,000 W-2 on an annual basis. And you can see this plan here, Plan 1 and Plan 2, it's a hybrid cross-tested 401k and pension plan. In this example, you could see we were able to put together over $168,000 for her pension plan, and we were able to put together an additional $32,000 for her 401k plan. And together, this yielded a deduction for her and her company of over $200,000 for the year. And that's an amount she's going to be able to take every year into this retirement plan. This second example is another business owner who's in their 30s, and they've got a few employees. You could see in this case they hired a relative to work with them, so they paid themselves a little bit more because they're younger, but all in all they were able to contribute just short of $280,000 of contributions going into the retirement plan, the vast majority of which is going to be for the benefit of the business owner and their relatives. They're still going to have to give some of the benefits to the rank and file employees, but as you can see from these two examples that I've shown here, when you do more personalized planning for the retirement plan space, you're able to achieve significantly more tax deductions and put a lot more money away for retirement. So what can a retirement plan do for your federal taxes? Here is a before planning tax return for a client of ours that we had worked with. You can see that their total income for 2020 was $934,000. After some basic adjustments to income and deductions, their taxable income is $908,000, which left them with a federal tax bill of $273,000. Now, when we came in, we did the personalized planning, and I showed you the example earlier. We were able to put about $200,000 away into the retirement plan. So in this case, this shows the after planning, which dropped their income from $934 to $734. So you can see the federal tax bill had dropped from $273 down to $199. So the federal tax savings that they were able to achieve by implementing this personalized planning was $74,000. Now, what kind of impact would that have on your state tax burden? So as you can see, same individual, the gross income at the state level was $924,000. The state income tax bill would be $84,000. And then after we came in and did the planning, you could see us dropping that income. So the tax bill was $61,000 for a net savings of $22,562 in state income taxes. So once we put these two figures together, we're able to show in concrete numbers to our customer that we're able to help them achieve upwards of $96,000 in federal and state income taxes. So once we run through this exercise and we show them what's possible in a personalized retirement plan proposal, that segues us directly into the next question that we then ask. Would you rather pay $96,000 in taxes to Uncle Sam, or would you rather pay $200,000 in retirement plan contributions to your future selves so that you are able to live a more comfortable retirement? As you can see, the flexibility inherent in a private retirement plan proposal allows you to contribute much more heavily versus what's allowable in the CalSavers retirement plan. Now again, I'm not saying one way is better than the other. All it is giving yourselves options and understanding what options are available at your disposal. And the last bit of a startup retirement plan is going to be the potential federal tax credits that you would be eligible for. You've been eligible for tax credits previously for starting up plans, but it's really the Secure Act that came out a few years ago that really supercharged the amount of tax credits a startup retirement plan would be eligible for. So I have some basic information here. I'm not going to go through the formulas with you, but just know that when you set up a new retirement plan, your company could potentially be eligible for up to $5,500 per year in tax credits for your startup costs for the first 3 years. Again, we're not going to go into calculations. I'm sure your accountant would be able to help you figure that out. But just know that there are tax credits on the table for setting up new retirement plans for your company. So again, I just want to reiterate that you have different options on the table. If you are just starting to look at retirement plans now because of CalSavers, it's crucial for you to understand the options at your disposal. Maybe CalSavers might be the right fit for you and your company. Maybe it's not. Maybe you want a simple 401k plan. Maybe you want a safe harbor or a profit sharing 401k plan or a pension plan. There's no right answer. You really need to dive down and kind of review what you're looking for, how much you're looking to spend, what the deductions and credits look like. All right, so let's switch gears for a bit. One of the questions that we commonly get asked when we do presentations is, all right, Bruce, well, what if we already have an existing plan? Where do we start, right? I'm not looking for a startup plan. What can you do now? Well, one of the services that our firm brings to the table is we'll be able to offer your company retirement plan a complimentary analysis to break down all of the numbers that you guys already have in place, put it into everyday language that's nice and easy to digest so that you're able to do a apples to apples comparison. Here's an example of a real life client, an analysis that we performed. In this case, the documents that were needed are going to be the monthly invoice and the compensation and fee disclosure. So here's a sample invoice that one of our customers had sent over to us. You can see over here, there are 29 employees in this company, and the monthly invoice on this is $300.42. Now, if you're a business owner and you're looking at this, look, a lot of us are familiar with health insurance benefits or other type of benefits. It's not uncommon to have to pay $300 a month per employee. So the fact that you're able to offer a 401k plan for $300 and having it cover 29 employees, this doesn't seem unreasonable. This seems like a very inexpensive benefit. But in reality, when you dig a little bit deeper, you ask for additional documentation, which, by the way, financial firms are legally required to give you if you ask for it. So you've got to ask for the right documentation. In this case, we asked for the compensation and fee disclosure. Oftentimes, these financial firms will send you if they even send it to you, they'll send you this document, 5, 10, 15 pages long, and they show you a bunch of numbers, and they show you legally what's required. But oftentimes to the untrained eye, you don't really know what this stands for. And these numbers don't seem that high, 0.84 or 0.49, right? But in reality, here's what we do with the data. So once we get the documentation needed, we perform our analysis, we spreadsheet everything out, and we put them into terminology that people can understand. So the summary here, as you can see on the left, the business owner thinks they're only paying the $300 per month, which equates to $3,600 a year. But in reality, there's an additional, on the right hand side you can see, in reality there's an additional $54,000 that's being paid for this plan, but it's being paid for by the participants. It's not being paid for by the owner, it's being paid for by the employees that work there. So the actual total all-in cost for this 401k plan was $58,000. Now the employees didn't know that they were paying this. The employer wasn't really aware that they were paying this either. So what it really comes down to is they didn't understand the plan that they had. They didn't understand what fees or expenses they were being hit with. Once we came in, we did an analysis. We showed them what they were paying, and then we showed them a potential alternate plan, or maybe going in and make some revisions. And in this example, the actual savings achieved would be about $28,000. That's right, $28,000 annually in savings spread between the employer and the employees just by going in and benchmarking the plan. Once you understand the fees that you have, how do you know if you're paying too much, right? What services are being justified? Really, at the end of the day, you just want to benchmark. You want to have an understanding of what fees are being paid and how much you're paying relative to your peers. So you can see here is a recent study that was performed. This is the industry average as far as fees. So for a plan, in this example that we gave earlier, that's in the $6 million range, the average fee there should be 0.25%, but they were previously being charged 0.49. So as you can see, once we did the analysis, we were able to show them that they were paying way too much, and we had to bring their plan back into the industry average. But again, it's all about understanding what you're paying. Now, I've been talking a lot about retirement plan fees, and yes, that is very important aspect of running a retirement plan. That's not the only thing that matters. I want you to understand that having the lowest fees in your retirement plan does not necessarily equate to having a good one. There are a multitude of other factors that come into play as far as what makes a good retirement plan. So what I have listed here are some critical advisory services that your advisory firm should be performing for your 401k plan. Besides the obvious benchmarking and making sure that your fees and expenses are in line with industry averages, one of the other crucial functions that your advisory firm should be performing is making sure that they keep the business owner up to date about industry changes, legislative changes, and any fiduciary responsibilities. I don't expect too many of us in attendance for today's presentation to follow industry news as it relates to the retirement plan space, but there has been a mountain, just an avalanche of litigation, lawsuits, as it relates to retirement plans and companies charging too much for the retirement plan fees. So employees have been taking litigation to their companies. As recent as last week, the U.S. Supreme Court weighed in on a case as it relates to Northwestern University. So this is very timely material. It's out there right now. So it's very important for the advisory firm that you select to make sure they're on top of this. Oftentimes, I don't know about you guys, but a lot of older plans that we come across, these are plans that were set up 5, 10, 15 years ago by a relative or a good friend or somebody that sold a life insurance policy to the business owners and said, hey, by the way, you should set up a retirement plan, which is fine and all. But once the plan has been in effect for a number of years and the assets have grown, now you start to have a bullseye on your back, right? You want to make sure that you're running the plan properly. You want to make sure you're utilizing best practices to make sure you're protected in case you have any disgruntled employee, because you're putting this as a benefit to your employees. the last thing you want is for things to go wrong and then be exposed to potential lawsuit. This last slide here will just give you an example of some of the more common record keepers, ADP, American Funds, Census, John Hancock, Voya, etc. Different financial firms call these fee documents different names. So here's a list as an example of whichever firm you're with, what documentation would be needed to perform this analysis. And then if you don't know where to get it from, we offer the service number to the right as well. So again, that's for companies with existing plans. As we wrap up here, I want to just emphasize that there aren't any two companies out there that are identical. From that same regard, there aren't really any two retirement plans out there that are identical. So again, what planning works for one company might not necessarily be the planning that works for another company. So CalSavers option might be a viable solution for you and your business. Maybe it's not a viable solution for you and your business. Maybe you want some more personalized planning. What CalSavers has done is it's pushed that conversation to the forefront. So more businesses are now having to take a deeper look at what they're offering, and if they already have benefits, they're forced to take a closer look. Are our benefits optimized? Is this the best way to go about it? So again, thank you guys for your time and attention today. That wraps up our presentation. We'll stick around afterwards for some Q&A, but if any of you've got any questions, or if you've got a plan that you want reviewed or benchmarked, feel free to reach out to your KCAL account manager or account executive, and I'm sure we can schedule some time to work through it together. All right. Again, thanks everybody for your time. Hope you enjoyed this.
Thank you, Bruce. 谢谢 MYZ 的 Bruce 那 MYZ 和 Bruce 也是我们华兴保险特别好的合作伙伴，所以大家如果是对 401k 有兴趣，或者您现在有 401k 但是想重新 review 一下，那都欢迎跟我们华兴保险联络，我们可以帮您来跟那个 Bruce 来确认一下。好，那我们现在开始做线上的问答哈。那我们 Anita 还CalSaver 的 Anita 还有 Bruce 现在都在线上，那大家都可以来提问。那这边呢，我先来问一下两位一个之前大家都有问到的问题哈。首先就是问说，如果我公司其实已经做了快10年的 401k 给员工了，那这个时候我还需要去做什么特别的登记，比如说去 CalSaver 登记，然后以避免给我这个罚款嘛？就是会不会以为我其实没有开退休计划，然后而给我罚款？如果我现在有的是 401k。那我们看是对 ，Hello Anita，Yeah，Hello，
好，那我首先回答一下这个问题，就是说我们呢基本上所有的资料呢都是从 UDD 那边拿过来的。那如果您是收到CalSavers 的 invitation，是邀请您加入计划的话呢，然后同时如果您的公司也有就是一个 401k 或者自己的一个雇主资助计划，那您就需要登录一下我们 www.calsavers.com 去report 一个 exemption， 就是去申请一个豁免。但是如果您一直都没有收到这一个invitation 的话呢，那就不用担心，那就证明我们就已经从 EDD 的那边的 data 得到了，就是说您知道了您的公司已经给员工提供这个计划，那您就不需要做任何take further action 这样子。
好，谢谢 Anita 回答。那关于这个 401k 还有 CalSaver，还有一个姓施的朋友问到说，比如说他的公司给他的所有 full-time 员工提供 401k 计划，但是呢，他想问，那剩下他们公司的 part-time 员工，他能不能再单独给他们去做一个 CalSaver 的计划呢？
在现在为止呢，是 CalSavers 是不允许说一个公司有2个计划的。所以如果您的公司已经是给员工提供一个您自己的雇主的资助计划的话呢，那是没有办法加入到 CalSavers 里面的。 对，但是如果您是想encourage 您的别的员工关于储蓄的话呢，那您可以告诉他们 CalSavers， 我们也可以就是个人的去加入我们的计划，这样。
就是说，如果员工自己，他这些 part-time 员工，也可以自己选择以个人的名义加入 CalSaver， 对吗？
是的，是的。
好，那我们来看一下下个问题哈。另外一个叫 Angela 的朋友，他想问，他说他的公司现在是有 Simple IRA，那他还需不需要去注册 CalSaver 呢？
如果您的公司已经拥有 Simple IRA 的话，那就不需要注册 CalSavers。但是如果您有收到我们的邀请函的话，那麻烦您登录一下我们的网站去申请一下豁免。
所以如果是收到邀请，那去做豁免这个动作是蛮重要的。那我们下面还有一个问题是想说，那如果有些员工他比如说自己已经买了自己的 IRA， 他不想加入公司的 CalSaver，或者说他这个员工就是 deny CalSaver， 那公司作为雇主还会不会被 penalized， 或者是需要做什么手续来避免这个问题吗？
其实是这样子的，就是不管员工他们自己本来有没有他们个人的 IRA 账户，身为雇主，如果您的公司没有给您的员工提供一个储蓄计划的话，那就必须在6月30号之前拥有一个储蓄计划提供给您的员工。那如果您加入了 CalSavers，但是员工他们拒绝加入 CalSavers， 那根据加州政府的这一个法律 State Law， 您是需要在注册之后的30天之内上存所有的员工，然后员工如果他们不想参加这个计划的话，他们需要去跟 CalSavers 联系，去进行退出此计划。所以这个意思就是说，如果他们拒绝参与，你也是需要首先把他们资料上传，然后他们个人去直接联系 CalSavers， 可以拨打一个855的电话，或者在网上，或者填写一个退出的表格，去跟 CalSavers 联系，去退出这个计划。
谢谢 Anita。那还有一个问题是说，像这边有个朋友，他的是个餐馆行业的老板，他公司有7个员工，然后他想问说，现在什么计划都没有，但是好像目前来说还没有收到 CalSaver 的任何的信件，然后还有其他朋友也在问说，大概什么时候会收到刚才会讲的这个提到的邀请函呢？
是这样子的，我们呢，部门呢 ，Outreach 的那个部门呢，他们是会根据不同的领域，然后去发送，在不同的时间段发送这一个邀请函。那我不太了解您那个餐馆的那个region 在哪里，所以我就没有办法能很准确的告诉您，就是您什么时候才会收到邀请函。如果在座有任何任何人想要了解到底您的公司是不是需要加入 CalSavers， 需不需要 offer CalSavers， 还或者是想加入 CalSavers 但是没有 access code 的话呢，可以直接跟我联系。
好，那谢谢。下一个问题是说，CalSaver 的 contribution 是 before 员工的 gross pay 呢，还是 after tax？
CalSavers 的 contribution 呢，它的 default setting 对于所有的雇主来说都是 after tax， 但是如果员工他们呢是想要把他们的 IRA 那个 Roth IRA 转换成为 traditional IRA 的话，他们也可以。那呢，这就是需要员工他们主动的去跟 CalSavers 联系。但是如果作为雇主您去帮助员工储存他们想要储存的那一步的储蓄金的话，所有在 payroll 上面的操作都是 after tax deduction。
好， 那我们最后2个问题其实都蛮有连贯性的哈，那这边 Bruce 也可以给我们补充。首先一个问题是说，如果我现在是雇主，帮员工开了 CalSaver 以后，那这个员工如果之后从我的公司离开了，或者搬到外州去了，那我作为雇主要怎么办呢？
如果任何员工在您帮他加入了 CalSaver 以后，离开您的公司或者搬到了外州，那您所需要做的就是说，简单的把他们从您的那个账号上面移除。那移除完以后呢，员工也可以继续拥有这个 CalSavers 的 IRA 的账号进行个人的存款，这样子。那如果他们搬到了外州，他们想要提款的话，也可以随时提款。
好，那 Bruce 我也问一下，就是如果像这个员工他原来是有 CalSaver 的，他离开了这份工作，那他如果之后加入新的公司有 401k， 是也可以去重新从 CalSaver 转去 401k 没有问题的吗？
没有问题。
这个要看一看这个新的公司他们让不让你放after tax assets 进去，因为有公司就会让before tax contributions 进去 401k， 可是如果你新的公司 allow after tax， 你就可以放进去。
那我们从公司的层面，有雇主在问说 OK， 他们公司现在是选择 CalSaver 给员工提供退休计划，那可能未来几年他们在考虑说可不可以整个公司从 CalSaver 的 plan 转去 401k， 这个是可以的吗
？Again, Anita probably knows best。可是因为你进去 CalSavers 的时候，每个人他的户是私人的 personal account， 所以不是一个公司的 account。所以如果你几年后开一个 401k， 你没办法完全大家的钱都放 rollover 进去这个 401k， 是每个工人他可以选择想不想把这个钱 rollover 进去 401k， 可是没办法一次过完全rollover。
好 Anita 你有要
我这里可能要 interrupt 一下，就是关于之前的那个 rollover 的那个问题，就是这样子的。因为我刚刚听到 Bruce 他说的关于 after tax， 因为他可能所听到的是 after tax contribution 是没有办法 rollover 到 401k 的话，其实呢 CalSaver 是可以把 after tax contribution recharacterize 成为 pre-tax contribution， 所以 technically 是可以 roll over 到任何的这个401k 的。对，然后关于如果您的公司首先选择了提供 CalSavers 之后想说提供别的比如说 401k 不同的一些雇主资助计划的话，没有问题，那就可以就是随时的就是退出 CalSaver 这样子。然后也跟在您已经建设好那一个新的plan 以后，麻烦您就是跟我们联系一下，进行一下豁免，这样子就可以了。那也是像刚刚Bruce所说的，所有员工他们都是可以自己选择要不要 roll over， 因为他们可以拥有一个 IRA， 也可以拥有一个 401k， 这2个账号是完全不冲突的，并且如果拥有2个账号的话呢，那个上限呢是比拥有1个账号更多的。
好，谢谢 Anita， 也谢谢 Bruce 哈。那我们今天大家的互动非常踊跃，那我这边就差不多把大家几类最常问的问题都已经问完了。那如果因为每个公司、每个雇主还有员工的需求都不一样，那大家如果私下里会有更多的问题想要咨询，那欢迎可以跟我们华兴保险联络，然后我们可以connect you with Anita 或者是 Bruce， 然后可以进行更多的咨询。那在此就谢谢大家今天大年初一来参加我们这个华兴保险的这个年会的这一场，是关于 SBA 还有 401k 还有 CalSaver 的内容希望今天的讲座内容对大家都有帮助，有问题的话还是可以跟我们来联络。谢谢大家。我刚看到 Charles 有问说怎么跟我们联络哈，那其实我看一下 其实现在屏幕上的联络方式，大家都可以跟我们联络，然后可以去我们的官方网站，或者呢就是给我们打电话626-333-1111，都是可以直接找到华兴保险的专员，然后说你要咨询关于今天讲座的一些联络方式，就是这样子。那再次感谢大家，祝大家新年快乐，谢谢。